how we took a wall-mounted tablet stand and turned it into a desktop stand with a simple little trip to the kitchen appliance store. Hi guys, I'm Sheryl Loch with Ginger Roots Media. And if you're like me, sometimes you go to, say, Fry's, or you're shopping online and you want to get a stand for your tablet. Seems like most of them are for the wall. At least the more expensive ones, the easy ones to find, are for the wall. Well, that's what we found was a good one at Fry's that I really liked most of the features, but it was to be mounted on the wall. Now, I wanted to be able to take my tablet outside. I wanted this stand to use on a desktop or set it anywhere. So the wall stand was not going to work. We found a similar one for desktops, but A, it was twice as expensive, and B, the bottom of the stand did not look very secure. It just didn't seem to be wide enough. Now, we did look at some other stands, but the prices went up. The convenience of them, the size, was not what I wanted. So I was kind of bummed. The wall-mounted stand looked great if I could just set it on my desktop or set it outside when I went outside. So thanks to my handy-dandy own construction guy, Brad, he looks at it, he says, not a problem, we can do this. So here is, let me show you what we got. I couldn't find it. We got it at Fry's. I can't find it on their site again. But we got a stand, a mount actually, and I liked it because it turns easily. I can also take it and adjust it. It has all types of adjustments. So I can even move it back and forth. So all of these things were just what I wanted, except I didn't want to have to mount it on my wall. So, as you can see here, here's the wall mount. There's no way I could just set that on a desktop. And the desktop stands they had were just slightly bigger, and I didn't feel secure with them considering I've got dogs, we've got wind, and I'm not always the most graceful person. You never know where you might set it down. And last thing I wanted was to knock it over and break my tablet. So Brad ran down to the local hardware store, and I'm not going to say which one because I don't remember. And he went into the kitchen appliance center. Now, you may or may not know what this is, but it goes on your stove top. Yeah, you know where your burners are. You can plug in for an electric stove right here. And he took and bolted on my wall-mounted stand onto this. Now we're going to add some cushioning here so that this isn't slick, so that it doesn't scratch anything when we take it somewhere if I have to set it on something nice. But that is how we took our wall-mounted stand and turned it into a handy-dandy desktop. The thing is, I thought when he said, I can do that, no problem, I was afraid, oh, great, I'm going to have it super glued onto a brick or a big chunk of wood. I had all kinds of things going through my head. But by using this, it's super lightweight. So it's not adding to the weight. I'm not carrying around something heavy. If I want to throw it in the car because we're going somewhere and I think I may need it, it's easy to do. So it's broad enough, it's not going to tump over easily, and it works really great. I have had this and tried it in every position, and now the base is big enough around that it doesn't just fall over, which was, you know, tablets aren't cheap. I don't want to have to break mine. So I thought I'd give you this little hint. Our stand was around $17 at Fry's. The piece that he attached to it was like $5 from the appliance store. So for under 25 bucks, I got what I wanted. So when you're out shopping and looking at things, don't just look at what they have. If you find something you like, but it doesn't quite work, think of other ways you can adjust it yourself. Get a little creative. Now, anybody that says, oh my God, I'd never be seen with a piece of a stove attached to my tablet stand, guess what? I don't care. I look at it this way. It serves the purpose I want it to. It works the way I want it to. Now, Brad is talking about painting this black so it doesn't look quite as funky. Personally, I don't care. I don't care if it's silver. I don't care if it's black. I don't care if people say, what the hell is that? That's all good with me. But we do need to put some cushions on here to make it a little easier to set down and not worry about scratches or sliding. So that's my idea for you today. And honestly, you can be creative with things. Don't just go to the store and say they don't have what I want, or I don't want to spend that much. Think of ways you can fix them yourself. You guys would never know whenever I'm doing Instagram Live or any of those things and I'm using my tablet. You would have no idea that I've got a piece of a stovetop attached to my stand if it weren't for this video. So let us know in the comments, how many times do you have to take what you can find and revamp it a little? Thanks for watching. Be sure to give us a like and subscribe to our channel.